Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Everything About Coding. My name is Ajay, and in today's video, we are going to cover up the string methods. Now, already there are few methods that we have already covered in my previous videos. That was is upper, is lower, upper, and lower. Okay, so in this video, we are going to cover up is digit, is alpha. Okay, I'm just going to show it over here. Okay, so we're going to cover up this is digit, is alpha, is all num, and the split method, the split function, which is, I guess, the most important function. That is the split function, because I've been using this function a lot. Okay, so without wasting any further time, what we're going to do is we're going to directly switch to the PyCharm, and I'm going to code and I'm going to explain this. Okay, so let's switch to the PyCharm. So the first, the first method that we are going to learn, that was is a digit. So the is digit, how does it work like? So is digit, I'm going to take an example. So basically it returns true if the string contains only numbers, that is 0 to 9. Okay, so let me just straight away use a print function and take the string, that is 1 2 3 4, and then dot notation, and then is digit, right? So obviously it returns a Boolean value. So we are basically checking. So it returns a Boolean true or a Boolean false. So if I run this code, it is going to return true, as you can see, because the string only contains numbers, right? If there is, for example, A, and if I try to run this, it is going to return false. So what does this mean? This means that the string should only and only contain numbers. Only in that case, this particular method is going to return true. All the characters should be number in their string. Only then this particular method is going to return true. Otherwise, it is going to return false. So it's very easy to understand. Okay. Now, the next method that we are going to see is the is alpha. So is alpha basically will check whether all the characters are the letters or the alphabets. Okay, so if I run this, obviously this is going to again give me false, because all the characters over here are not the alphabets. So if I say A, B, C, D, and now if I run this, boom, it is going to give us true. So if all the characters in the string are alphabets, only in that case, this particular method is going to return true. If you add even a, some special characters or any other character, it is going to give us false. So do remember, if you want to check any string that contains only alphabet, so you're going to use this method, that is alpha. Okay, so that is the second method. Now let us switch on to the next method, that is all num. Now how does this work like? Is all num basically is going to check for numbers and for alphabets. Okay, so if I have 1 2 3 and ABC, so there are numbers, there are alphabets in between, also I can have some numbers, that's completely okay. If there is a mix of numbers and alphabets, in that case, as you can see over here, it has printed true. If there are only numbers, then what is going to happen? If there are only numbers, even in that case it is going to print true. Or if there are only alphabets, even that is going to return true. So if there are only numbers, it is going to return true. If there are only alphabets, it is going to return true. And if there are numbers and alphabets, is all num basically is made for that only. If there are numbers and alphabets, then also it is going to return true. But if there is any other character, any special character, if we use, then in that case it is going to return false. So I hope this particular method is very much clear to you. Now comes my favorite method, and that is the the split method, the split function, which normally I use a lot in my coding. So what does this method does is it is going to split the string into tokens, and it is going to return that as a list. Okay, for example, if I do something like this, L is equal to, now L over here is just a name of the variable, but since it is going to return a list, so I'm just keeping the naming convention, that is L. Now list is something that we are not taken this, so we're going to take that in future, but at this point you just need to remember that it is going to return a list. So how does this work like? So if I have any string over here and I say Python programming, okay, this is a string, and there is a space, Python space programming. If I simply say dot and I say split, okay, so, and after that I'm going to simply print the list L. Okay, if I run this, you can see that it has written a list and there are two separate items of the list. Now list is something, as I said, we are going to take that in future, but list is basically collection of items. Okay, and that's it, collection of items, collection of elements. So over here this is the first element, that is Python, and over here this is the second element, that is programming. So now we have them as two separate elements. This is what it is doing for us, and this is very much important if you're really working with a lot of data. You need to filter a lot of text, right? You need to take out some certain pattern in particular paragraph, then we need to use this particular function a lot. So basically it also works like if you're working on data science or something, AI data science, then this thing is going to help us a lot, because we need to have these tokens as these particular words as tokens, and then we can do our analysis. So it's a very, very important function. Okay, so now this splits function, basically if you do not pass anything, it is going to take, by default it is going to split with the space. So that's the reason, because there is a Python space, so by default it takes space as a separator. Okay, but if I give something like dash over here or a comma over here, and if I run this, you can see it has done nothing. It has just written the entire string as one element, Python comma and then the programming, right? But if I want that, I need to have this comma as my separator. Okay, depending on that particular character, that is comma, then I need to specify over here, that is comma. And now if I run this, you can see these are two different elements, that is Python and then programming. Okay, so this is how to do it. If I have a hyphen over here, Python programming hyphen language, right? I need three separate elements, so I will specify over here as the hyphen. And if I run this, you can see the list contains three different items. And this split function, as I said, it is very, very useful. Okay, I've been working on so many projects. I've been developing so many softwares, and I've used this very, very, every project I've used it. Okay, so this is about the split function, the split method. Okay, so I hope that this particular video was very much useful to you. Now in the upcoming videos, what we are going to do is we are going to take some more string methods. Now these string methods are extremely important, so we are also going to take a few methods which is as important as this split function. Okay, so let us meet in the next video. Bye for now.